It's Sunday, April 5th. Happy Easter to all. He has risen. You are tuned in to the People's Patriot Project. We got your 6 at 6. Right now, you're listening to WeP3 Radio, proudly produced in partnership with Reads Across America Radio. Together, we share a mission to remember the fallen, honor those who have served, and teach the future generations the value of freedom. A freedom bought, paid for, and secured by the brave men and women who have worn our nation's and community uniforms. Stay tuned for We Got Your 6 at 6. Now playing on WeP3 Radio, Matt Williams, Mountain.
Left, your left, hey. Left, right, your left. You got it.
Trucker.
Tom Cruise, roll out. You're watching or listening to We Got Your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime. We the people, the People's Patriot Project.
To put your skill set, your thoughts, and ideas, or want to help continue the mission, you have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we are the shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always seen. We want you to be a part of this mission in saving lives and making a difference. Welcome to We Got Your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime. Here's the WeP3 team bringing you today's best heroes hits in the boots on the ground organizations that are saving lives. And as always, Patriot Pride.
Left, your left, hey. Left, right, your left. You got it.
Trucker.
Good evening. It's Andrea Eichmann here on the 5th of April, Sunday night with We Got Your 6 at 6. Mark, Frank, and I are here with People's Patriot Project to bring you this weekly show every week at 1800 Central Time. Yes, Central Time. Sorry about that. Every week We bring an artist and a music artist, an individual with a story, another group with a story to share that shares the mission. And we bring out the good and sometimes not so good things that are happening in our world. This week, we have some incredible discussions coming up. We've got veteran artist Timothy Colomer, who will be sharing not just his art, but some of his life. And then we'll have music with Scotty Pryor. I think music and stories. I'm not sure. He seems like a storyteller from the little bit that I've seen. Catch 22 with Derek Iozio is one of our proud sponsors. We love the Godfather. He's here right now. Hi, Godfather. And I love how he signs his emails, Godfather. Anyway, he's got a peer support group, Catch 22, and he works with other groups as well. And he will soon be having his own group in the People's Patriot Project. So stick with us, and thank you very much to Derek Iozio and Catch 22. And then we have got the Krutzingers. We have Bobby and Peggy Krutzinger down there in Weatherford, Texas. They are Operation Texas Strong. They collect used RVs and they give those to homeless veterans, helping veterans one RV at a time. If you know anyone who's got an extra RV that they just aren't sure what to do with, please let them know and they will fill it up with love. We've worked with them. It's a very cool project they've got going on down there. So all of our sponsors, all of our guests, all of our listeners, thank you for being here and thank you for coming back every week. Before we dive into this week's show, please take a moment to join us for this amazing version of the Star Spangled Banner with Dave Bray, USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take the time to stand if you are capable of standing. Out of honor and respect, please remove your covers and prepare yourself how you need to show your greatest gratitude for the amazing freedoms and liberties we have achieved under one of the most powerful symbols in the world. Please cast your attention as we respect our old glory.
Twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so busking in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land under the frame?
It is Sunday, April 5th. Again, happy Easter. You are here for We Got Your 6 at 6. And it's time to go.
I just got three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your
Let's go.
Woo!
Pryor's here, kind of. I see him. We're gonna wait till they're maybe. Well, we'll pull them in. There we go. We got it. We got it. We don't get to see them right now for whatever reason. We won't ask, we won't tell, kind of stuff. But we are here.
Can't see it
this Sunday. Happy Easter, everyone. Nothing more exciting than waking up this morning and knowing that a part of our military service has been, I guess you can't say located. He was found. They knew where he was the entire time. Apparently had communications with him the entire time, but we went and got him. Now, here's the deal, folks. I'm going to celebrate that at all pieces, but we still got to get all of them, all the way home. We got our Vietnam veterans. We've got our veterans from recent wars overseas. And part of the job to getting them all the way home is being there and showing them that the supports are there and all the things are there. I'm blown away a little bit, and I'm not trying to create a controversy or anything, but if we can run into Iran and pick a pilot, an airman, out of the slopes of their mountains, why are we not doing that on our own streets and grabbing our men and women that are struggling from other things? And again, they're not all broken. They're not all struggling. But again, brothers and sisters, if you got right mind and capabilities and you're not doing part of the job, remember what your oath was. And this is not about the 10% of those people that signed the dotted line. This is about, hey, we the people, the 90% that get to lay your big fat heads on the pillows of freedom every single day and never question how you got the liberties and the freedoms that you have, but you would rather sit and bitch and complain about what you don't have. If you want to go get it, let's go get it, brothers and sisters. Sorry, I got on a box right off the bat. Happy Easter. Happy Easter, everybody. Before we get going, we got one more mission. This is a working group. We the people, the People's Patriot Project, and we have a spokesperson that is going to share another part of our mission. It's called Check Your Six. Here's Bastian the Bison.
At the People's Patriot Project, our mission is more than just words. It's a call to action. Each of us bears the vital responsibility to check your six. We begin this important journey with a moment of self-assessment. Ask yourself, are you truly mission ready? If the answer is no, don't wait in silence. Reach out. Use your skills. Lean into your resources and connect with your network. Whether you turn to a trusted friend, a supportive organization, or dial 988, remember, you must be battle ready to stand strong for the mission ahead. Once you feel equipped, take that next step. Reach out to 6 people in your circle. Check in on them. No agenda, no judgment, just genuine connection. This is how we build strength, shield one another, and serve our communities with pride. Together, we reaffirm our commitment. We got this. Patriot Pride.
Why? The why? I got sick and tired of listening to people say, I wish I would have reached out one more time. I got sick and tired of listening to people say, why didn't they reach out to me? I was here the whole time. Here's your chances, brother and sister. You have a phone in your area. I was just thinking about you, or checking my six, check your six. I don't care what you put. And guess what? I don't care if it's a veteran or first responder, to be honest with you. It is the stuff that our culture, our world, our pieces, our places, our friends, our family, those we don't really care about, they're all dealing with something. Not all. Again, we already kind of talked about that. But every single day we hear about a story of someone that has taken their life because of the stuff that they've dealt with and the stuff that are in their space. So again, if someone knows you're in their corner, that's one step closer. No excuses. We got this. All right. Done being aggressive for the day. I should get my singing voice ready. Me. I'm dealing with some stuff. It is what it is. I'm sweating through all my clothes right now because everyone wants to know that. But we're here. I'll drink my coffee and keep doing my lozenges. And we're going to hear about Timothy Colomer and his art, which I watched and is amazing. And he's actually doing stuff like for people and send it to him. And he saw my stuff behind here, and I had to tell him that story. And then he made some other stuff, but we'll get there. He is Little Dog Art Studio and veteran musician. And then we got Scott Pryor. Boom, War Child Band. He's the guy tonight. Amazing stuff. We're listening to it. It's class act. It's real. Touches all the spectrums. We're going to get there. And he's got amazing help over there. His wife is doing all this work for him. I don't know
that's right.
Does anything. He's just sitting there kind of as a puppet, and his wife's over there pulling the string. And that's no, totally joking. But we appreciate you. Need to say thank you to her because I know she's running the show.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Tonight, folks, the show is about these two gentlemen right here. It's about their mission. It's about what they're getting done. It's about what they've done post-service. It's about all the things that, you know what, everyone's capable of doing, but we just need to utilize our accesses and resources. I am confident. People get upset when I say this. I am confident there are enough resources across our country to accommodate all the needs of the veterans and first responders that are out there. I'm confident of it. We just have to link our shields and communicate those pieces that we're working on. We're going to get it done. We're going to find the resources. We're going to make sure everyone has access to those resources, and we're going to put it out there. Timothy Colomer, I'm bouncing all over the place. You're the man on the hot seat right now. Go. Tell us who you are. Tell us about your mission. Tell us what you're doing right now.
Yeah, rock and roll, man. I appreciate it, and thanks for having me on. Been looking forward to this for a while. I started Little Dog Art Studios a couple of years ago. My son and I were out Christmas shopping about 2.5 years ago now. And my wife went into Ross, which was just wildly overcrowded. And I thought my son could use something a little bit better than video games for the entire time. He was on his Christmas break. So we ducked into a Michael's. You've probably seen them. They're in like every strip mall in the United States next to a Ross for some reason. And I was originally considering he'd get like a model car, you know, like one of the old snap together model cars or a plane or something along those lines. And he wound up picking up a kit to paint, acrylic painting kit. And he got some paint by numbers, and I was just like, screw it, I'm gonna wing it. So I got a canvas, and I painted what I knew. I was an EOD guy in the Marine Corps, explosive ordnance disposal. For your civilian friends, it's a bomb squad for the military. So I painted a guy in a bomb suit, but I put a little bit of an artistic twist on it, where I was taking classic paintings like The Scream and Starry Night and stuff like that, and kind of inserting this guy in a bomb suit. Now, I hadn't had any formal artistic training. I just wanted to go after it and try it. And I didn't have social media. I didn't have a Facebook or Instagram or whatever. But I sent a picture of it out to a couple friends of mine, and they gave me some encouragement. They're like, "Damn, that's pretty cool. Do another one." And I did another one, and I did another one. And after about a year, I really wanted to chase the technical skills. So I enrolled in an online painting course that was actually really, really good. I don't mind sharing. There was a company called Evolve out of New York, and honed in oil painting, which was kind of intimidating because there's a lot of chemistry and stuff in oil painting, and it's very technical and process driven. And after getting good at it, I challenged myself last year to try something new. I'd never tried charcoals. I never tried drawing, pencil and paper, whatever. I just got really into painting, and I figured what would be a better way to sharpen my painting skills and to learn how to draw better, how to put down on a piece of canvas proper proportions and shades and all of the nerdy art stuff. So I was going to do 5 bomb suit guys in 5 days. And after day 2, my work literally went viral. I was having guys call me and message me on Facebook. By now I had about maybe 200 or 300, mostly EOD guys following me, just checking out what I do from time to time. And over the period of the better part of 3 months, I wound up getting over 200 commissions for these posters, these big posters I would do of bomb suit guys, and in every type of style you could possibly think of, but they're all charcoals. And what I had discovered is it was an opportunity for me to reconnect with the field, and not just that, but also to share stories, opportunities, talk through hard times, talk through good times, and it was a lot of fun. Got to reconnect with a lot of friends of mine, and then earlier this year, in February timeframe, wife and I took a cruise, and on the cruise ship, people were handing out these little rubber ducks. We got all these little rubber ducks here. Well, I didn't have any with me, but I had my watercolors with me, so I painted a couple little rubber ducks and I posted them on the board or on the door of our room, and people were taking them, and they're pretty happy with them. So when I came home, I decided maybe I'll just like the bomb suit thing, I'll just try making a couple of these, see if anybody takes to them. And my God, man, it has taken off like a shot out of the dark. I made a little duck tracker that you get these cards, and you scan the back of them. You could log where you found them at, things like that. And my goal is to have these on cruise ships for people to hand out, trade with each other. Something that's not mass produced. There's a lot of the Pokemon. I'm not picking on Pokemon. It's a cool concept, but it's a lot of computer generated AI stuff that just doesn't really have the soul. And my goal is to spread smiles, make people lean into the lighter side of life. And I think the Duck and Compass Society is definitely doing that. Having a lot of fun with it too.
That is super cool, dude.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. I got an opportunity that I wanted to share. First time is going to be on your show. Is I got in contact with a tourist company down in Aruba, and Aruba is going to be offering these excursions off the cruise lines to their location. It's a refurbished historical site, and they're going to be leaning into doing these duck scavenger hunts and using my product. So it was my first big commercial deal with literally thousands of people every day that are going to be getting their hands on my artwork, which is a little overwhelming right now, to be quite frank. But man, it's maybe one day this could be my full-time job. I don't know.
Honestly, I'm sitting here and I'm like, how could it not, with that kind of exposure and just that niche that it slid right in, and that's really cool, dude.
Yeah, and it solves a problem too. And one that I didn't even recognize was a lady that was sending me a message. She's like, one time I went on a cruise and I literally packed 100 of these rubber ducks and filled up an entire suitcase. And the husband opened it up looking for his swim trunks, and like a dozen rubber ducks fell out. So you take a stack of 500 cards with you and hide them all over the ship and put that in your pocket, and you'll be good to go.
Oh, that is cool. We got some fans here.
Oh yeah, I've got a good following of cool people. Joy is one of them. She's an earlier ambassador, and what I had done was basically, I've got a business degree, so I seeded the market. It was a really easy investment to make 1,000 cards and just send them out to people for free, so they can kind of get their hands on them, see what they look like, how they feel. And I tried to get in front of them getting on a cruise ship so they could literally take these out with them on their next adventure and pass them out. And dude, it went over gangbusters. I got 100 ambassadors on my little website where you could track the ducks. I've got over 60 people that have dropped pins. I've got an interactive map on there with Google, and you could drop a pin, and instead of being a pin, it's a little duck. and I've got like 18 countries logged, over 70 locations. It's been fun, and for kids, I wanted to put an educational component in there. So when you drop a little duck on a country, you could hover over it, and a little term sheet will come out about the country, like their flag, their national bird, what their food of choice is, stuff like that. So it's not just, kids playing on a phone, because they're going to do that, but there's this treasure hunting component to it, an educational piece. They can share these things with each other. I like it because it's a little bit more immersive than just playing cards,
My brain is going 1 billion miles an hour right now, and it's not fair to you, but we are definitely going to continue this conversation. When you have that kind of exposure, and it's kind of, have you thought, there's another piece. There's the Jeep world. They put ducks on all part of their vehicles. There's a Jeep driver in this group right here. So
So the website I did originally was very nautical, and I kept that one in place, and I just duplicated it and I rebranded it for adventures, trailblazers, guys who go camping, fishing, hunting, all that other stuff. So I've got the Jeep thing. I've got a friend in Florida that's going to bring like 1,000 of these cards down to a big Jeep party in Panama City. So shout out to Andy. Appreciate it, brother.
Well, and it fixes that problem again where people don't necessarily have to be. You're going to make trading cards. You're going to do this because now they don't have to carry the ducks around. They can just set a trading card on the windshield, and you're all right. Remember us small people when you're in the big world, buddy. Okay.
Yeah, brother. Appreciate it.
We're done. Scott, we got to mingle more with Scott because he's not the big show here. I'm joking. Well, I know Laura's the big show. It's not Scott.
That's right. She's a secret sauce.
Yeah, we better be careful of that too. So Scott, tell us who you are, what you do, and tell us about your mission, brother.
Sure. So my name is Scott Pryor, of course. I'm the lead singer and the front man for a band called War Child. We were going by the Scott Pryor Band initially, and then we auditioned. Me and my producers auditioned a band about a year and a half ago, and so these musicians came aboard, and we've been playing together for a while. And I said, let's rebrand and call the band War Child because it's more cohesive. So anyhow, we all like that name, but right now on my Spotify and all that, it's Scott Pryor. So anyhow, so what we do, I'm a Marine as well. So Timothy, Semper Fi, and love you and thank you for your service. But anyhow, so I'm a Marine, and one of the things we tackle as a band, and certainly me as an artist, is the mental health and getting out there and playing for veterans and helping veterans. Obviously, we play for any crowd or anybody, but we're getting ready to launch our tour. We're flying out to California on Tuesday. We're playing Wednesday night at the Dune Room, which is outside of Coachella, basically, and so kind of a pre-Coachella party. And then we fly back, and we got 2 shows in Nashville, and then we're opening for Buck Cherry here in Georgia, and then we're later on we're going up the East Coast and then touring and cutting through the Midwest and going to Colorado, different venues. So my manager now is locking all those shows on. But basically, our goal is just to connect with people. I'm a veteran. My bass guitarist is a veteran. The original drummer in our band who left to tour with another band, he was in the Marine Corps, but anyhow, but it's to connect with people, connect with veterans. I hear all the time people like, oh, we should do more for the veterans. We should do more. And I'm like, all right, well, let's take it on. We will be the ones who do the work and reach out and encourage people. I say to people, I'm like, we're not just a band. We're starting a movement, and the movement is connecting people, helping people. Right now, I think, and I don't know all the statistics, but right now, I think one of the biggest problems in the world is just loneliness and isolation, which of course then leads to depression, suicide, And so when you're dealing with all these issues, you know, we got to put it out in the open, and then we've got to form a community. And so, you know, veterans, of course, are in our forefront, veterans, first responders, but also just, you know, honestly, just like you said, Mark, earlier, you know, our show is for everybody. And so we're out playing. One of the things, one of our goals is when we tour is go do a hard ticket show and then set up where we give back to the community. So we've played 3 shows here at the, bless you, 3 shows right here locally at the Atlanta Mission for people who are trying to, you know, pull out of homelessness. They're in programs. And so we'll go over there and we rock out, and we love it. It's one of our favorite things to do. So I was talking with the band. I said, hey, let's do this. Let's go play a hard ticket show. And then when we can, I want to, we'll go to jail. We'll go to a youth home. We'll go to a veterans organization, and just give back to the community. So the goal is to have a hard ticket show, but also then go do a voluntary show where, you know, it's on us and we just do it for the community and just get people connecting. So we have, you know, Pryor Nation and, you know, the War Child family, where we're just connecting people. And, you know, we want to love on them. A lot of the music that we have is based off of, you know, what's going on in the world right now. And you know, sometimes I get very emotional when I talk about it, but I lost, unexpectedly, we lost our oldest son to suicide in Super Bowl Sunday of 2023, and didn't see it coming. And he was a big football star in high school. He was, you know, on a full ride academically in school, and we thought that everything was copacetic. We thought everything was going well, and clearly it was not going well. And you know, he would talk to us, and he'd get good grades, and we knew he was going through some hard times. But you know, it happened to us, and so when that happened, I had a new determination when I went in the studio. I mean, I was passionate about music and everything before, but now it's like, okay, we have the personal pain of going through that. And I know that so many veterans are taking their lives, and so many people worldwide are taking their lives, and just struggling with mental health, and struggling with loneliness, and struggling with isolation. So let's do something about that. And so that's what our band is about. It's about connection. We're certainly on a mission. And again, we're not just a band. We're not just a band playing shows. We're about a movement. And so when War Child shows up, you know, we're a new band, and we're just starting our first tour, but that's what we're about. We're about that connection and love, and just telling people, you're not alone. You're not a mistake. We love you. You are loved. Reach out to friends. Hey, if you're a friend, like you guys, Mark, like you guys said on the show, hey, reach out to 6 people, check on them. If you're struggling, reach out. Reach out to us. We get people. We've had some people on social media as we've dropped different songs. Save Me is one of the songs that we wrote, and it's deeply personal, but it's about that, you know, that struggle. And the lyrics for Save Me are the verse, and you can go listen to the song, but since you left, I've been chasing yesterday. I'm so lost, all of me has gone away. And so, you know, so we're very passionate. Each song is crafted with care and detail and a message. The lyrics are on purpose. Every single lyric in the song is on purpose. And I'm very blessed to be working with Jan Smith, aka Mama Jan, who's toured with Justin Bieber and Usher and all these, and still coaches many national artists, and Jesse Owen Aston. And so those are my producers. And so we're very intentional about it all. But anyhow.
That's a real simple and easy lead-in to our first song. You don't got to go anywhere, folks. You can listen to it right here. This is Save Me by Scott Pryor and War Child Band.
Since you left, I've been chasing yesterday. I'm so lost, all of me has gone away. So I run in circles, round and round until I fall out. I walk a tightrope back and forth to keep solid ground. I hear 1,000 one-way conversations so loud, so loud. So I go through the motions, well,
That is Scott
That
Pryor,
was awesome.
and his band with Save Me.
Thank you.
First of all, I want to say with you, that is one of the pieces that I do when I know that people have lost someone to other stuff. Is there a chance you want to mention his name during the show,
Sure.
just so we can remember?
Yeah, sure. It's Elijah Scott Pryor. He the song Wide Awake, actually, his football jersey was 53, so Wide Awake is about losing him. I wrote that on an airplane. It was, his funeral was on a Sunday, and I flew out on a Tuesday, and I was on an airplane and flying out, and just, obviously grieving and in shock. I mean, you're in shock. It's like you're underwater. It's like you're underwater. I was describing, we're actually writing a book right now to help people who've gone through this or are going through this or are struggling with suicide, mental health and suicide, all about that topic. And I remember being on an airplane and just writing the song about Elijah. So Elijah Scott Pryor. But yeah, his football number was 53. So you'll see, you'll hear that in the lyrics.
Oh, we're going to hear that, and on the next segment, we'll do that. But thank you for sharing that, Scott. Our hearts are with you. I mean, it never is eased or remedied, and it's a loss for life.
Yeah.
Timothy, where are you going right now? What's the vision?
Well, after that, I just want to say thank you, Scott, for sharing that. I know that's not an easy thing to do, but it's powerful. And I think you if you just touch one person to have them reach out to somebody, then obviously it was worth it. My vision is I've got a lot of opportunity this year that I'm going to be doing some like Scott. I'm going to be touring. I'm going to be going to London in May. I was invited over there by an organization called the Felix Fund. They're basically like our EOD Warrior Foundation here in the States, where they take care of guys that all bomb techs that have either been injured or blown up or killed. They take care of their family, things like that. And I do live painting demonstrations. So it's a little bit of a entertainment edge or angle to my creativity, where I just start out with a blank canvas at the beginning of an event, a lot of them charity events, and I'll paint something toward that leans into whatever their theme is. And for charity events like this, at the end of the night, they have an auction, either a silent auction or a live auction, and auction it off for the charity. And then I'm a member of a couple different bomb squad fraternal organizations, and IBATI, the International Association of Bomb Technicians and Investigators, a long acronym. They've invited me to their International Training Expo and gave me a booth. I'll be able to set up a table, do live drawings for guys, commissions on the spot, things like that. And I mean, ultimately, the vision is to get out there in front of as many people as I can, right? Kind of spread the word of my 2 or 3 different distinct types of artwork. I guess categories would be the best fit, and just make people smile and think. Some of the pieces that I do for the bomb squad community and first responder community were created out of their own personal stories. So I've done drawings of a guy's last call, or a retirement, or a partner that they lost, or a service dog that they lost, and it's really when I want to think about what I want people to think when they see my artwork, isn't just that hey, that's pretty on the wall, is an opportunity to connect with the story that it represents. I think all artists really want that, is that connection, and to have people understand. For me, it's through the visual arts, right? There's some feelings that when I was going through some hard times that I just couldn't communicate verbally. How do you explain PTSD or rage or anger issues or hypervigilance? It was really hard for me to do that. So discovering painting and creativity through the visual arts has given me that outlet where I could kind of connect with somebody and be like, this is what I feel like inside. That painting that you brought up earlier was called Rage. That was in a local movie that we did, and it connected with people automatically because it was so visceral. And the conversations that have come out of that have been powerful and really enjoyable.
Bear with me for a moment here. I normally do not do this because I want to make sure that we give you guys all the time that you need to share about your mission and your stuff. But imagine this, if you will. Imagine we have a band somewhere, and they always have a merch table someplace close to or around. But maybe this band has a message about trauma, about PTSD, about suicide, and imagine maybe there was an artist that had some visual art stuff, maybe it looked like a baseball card or something with maybe an exposure of other references, animals. It doesn't necessarily have to be ducks, but then there's the message, and then there's a QR code somewhere on said card that said, boom, if you're struggling with mental health stuff, boom, here's an organization or the network of organizations that can help. It's just something that maybe could play. And what if there was maybe a beacon t-shirt that people could help support through the process and help you with, help the artist, said artist with what their stuff is doing, but it helps the band with what their mission is. And is any of this connecting? I mean, is this?
Yeah, absolutely. I've got just, if you just give me like 30 seconds, I've got a story that'll connect this really, really well. I did a painting called War Dreams, and it's a monochromatic oil painting. This guy thrashing around in bed. He's obviously been woken up by something that terrified him. And I posted it up on Facebook, and I had a young female Marine get a hold of me through a message. She had left the military. She had suffered some trauma on active duty, and she connected with the painting right away. So I went back to my studio and I painted a painting specifically for her of this warrior woman with swords just cutting through the bullshit, if you excuse me, and basically cutting a path through her own struggles. And with that painting, I sent it to her. She got back in touch with me 2 or 3 weeks later, and she sought therapy. She went to rehab. She was a shut-in. She was an alcoholic, and it literally changed her life. So the visual arts and music would be such an awesome, synergy together, especially with what you're singing about, man. That would be, if you were talking about us specifically, Mark, that would be really, really cool.
Yeah, that'd be.
Go ahead, Scott.
No, that'd be really cool. It's funny because I was kind of thinking it would be cool for, if we had a mixed event where you even show up and like you're painting, we could mix that in the show, or like say they're changing, we've got an opening band for us, or vice versa. You could be painting during the changeover, and then talk about your mission. I mean, there's a lot of crossover there. So Mark, I fully agree. I think that'd be super awesome.
And I don't want to take it away all from. I mean, I don't want to give everything to Scott. I mean, there's across the board 270 music artists on the WeP3 radio that we just send them a little care package and stuff, and there might be like some spokespersons that could carry the flag for certain things, and I don't know, that just, I mean, they're just ways to do stuff, and again, whatever we can do to support what Timothy Colomer is doing, and then support what Scott Pryor's doing. And my brain is, like I said, this is what we do. We connect, we build, we grow, we collaborate, we make a difference, and just listen to the stories. Then on that said barcode, maybe people can, or QR code, people can send their story in, and then we can manifest that story through, this is how we're touching people. This is how our world is doing good for good. Who knew? I don't know why I have these chill bumps going on right now, but it's crazy. It's crazy. Scott Pryor, you already kind of did the lead into your next song. Anything else? What are you working on right now, brother?
So right now we're working on the third album. So, we've got 2 albums. We dropped the first 2 albums. This is before I had a manager who's like helping book shows and stuff like that. So we're actively working on the third album because it takes a while to, create the music and all that. So, and then again, we're getting ready to jump off on our tour. When I'm not doing music, I'm involved in music a lot. I'm actually a trial lawyer. So I do, very serious injuries and death cases. I represent people against insurance companies, basically. So we go to war for people. So those 2 things really keep me busy: the law and the music. But anyhow, so that's what we're doing.
I don't want to bring light to anything, but would you send a letter to a bad contractor if I asked that? I mean, just a quick letter.
Yeah, we send out letters.
Yes.
We can do that.
I don't know if I should make it public or not. I should just be quiet right now.
Yeah.
Careful, my man.
Oh.
Well, you have so many contractors. How do they know who you're talking about?
Yeah, only one sent me papers. That's what. Oh, amazing. There's so many behind the scene conversations going on already. I love this. Dude, let's do our lead into Wide Awake again.
All right. So yeah, Wide Awake. It's about my son. So if you listen to the lyrics, you'll get the picture.
All right. Colomer, pay attention. You'll get it.
Faced of mystery men, and in his love he won't pretend. Go have some fun and grab your friends, play hide and seek until they send. Cross round his neck, push through the pain, turn up the music, block the shame. His brown eyes bleed lemon sunlight, 53 fighting through the night. Wake up, wide awake. Wake up, wide awake. And on his knees he goes to sleep, and in all the silence weeps. I pray the Lord his soul to keep. Let's take a knee for 53. Impending doom plays with the fear. Oh, what a friend he always hears. Such a brave face, can't see the tears. The shot rings out, nobody hears. Wake up, wide awake. Wake up, wide awake. And on his knees he goes to sleep, and in our world the silence weeps. I pray the Lord his soul to keep. Let's take a knee. I'm not sleepwalking, I can see clearly. Eyes are open, wide awake. I'm not sleepwalking, I can see clearly. Eyes are open, wide awake. Wake up, wide awake. Wake up, wide awake. And on his knees he goes to sleep, and in our world the silence weeps. I pray the Lord his soul to keep. Let's take a knee for 53. I'm wide awake, I'll never sleep again. I'm wide awake, I'll never sleep again. I'm wide awake, I'll never sleep again. I'll never sleep again. I'll never sleep again.
That is Scott Pryor, War Child Band with Wide Awake. Dude, with you.
Thank you.
Frank, award-winning author Frank. Tell us the news, brother.
All right, let's see what we got. I feel kind of odd saying the news today because the stuff I'm reporting on is so stinking outdated just in a couple days. But let's hit it anyways. First of all, we got a story about the Ukrainians who were able to kind of snub their nose at the folks in Germany, especially one of the defense leaders in Germany who called their drones Lego drones made by housewives. And it just so happens these Lego drones made by housewives are doing a pretty darn good job at taking care of business over there in Ukraine. And they're doing so well that the president of Ukraine was traveling to the Middle East to talk about drone defense in times of war. So take that. And let's move on to the next one. We have we talked about it earlier, like I think it was 2 weeks ago. We talked about the energy crisis in Cuba and the fact that their grids were down and the loss of oil from Venezuela was impacting them really badly. So what happened? The Russians sent a tanker across the ocean full of oil for Cuba. And it was real tense because there's a blockade and there's not supposed to be any ships going in or out that aren't approved by the United States. But the United States kind of fooled everybody and they allowed the tanker to get through, showing that they have compassion for the people of Cuba and would like to help them get out of their issues with their energy crisis. So I thought that was a good story and a good story for today, especially. The next one that we have, again, I hate doing this story on Easter Sunday. We've been following South Sudan for quite a while. And as you normally comes about, they had another massacre in South Sudan at a gold mine. They can't really determine who the killers were, but there was more than 70 people murdered in this incident. And one side blames the other and the other side blames the other, and the truth probably lies somewhere in between. And hopefully in keeping with the Pope's discussion for Easter that this kind of stuff will subside and all these areas will come back to normalcy at some point in time, at least for the people of the country. And the last one, we always do. I can't believe this really happened. And this one kind of struck close to home. It's about a surfing dog. And it made me chuckle because when you look at the story, they got a picture, the first picture up, and it looks like this dog that's riding this surfboard is scared to no end. It looks like he's driving his claws right through the stinking surfboard, and they got this camera propped up in front of his face, and it's like, what are you doing? But this surfing dog was inducted into the Surfers Hall of Fame, and unfortunately it passed away. But this dog started the whole thing, and there's been a lot of different dogs and animals that they've shown on surfboards. But this was a 16-year-old dog in Huntington Beach, California, and he was a 5-time dog surfing world champion. Not sure there was a dog stripping championship, but there was. And Sugar, that was the dog's name. She passed away in the owner's arms, and they made a memorial for her and everything. And it was kind of a neat story. But the picture is what got me started. And that's the news for today, buddy.
Oh, if animals could talk. If animals.
Yeah, we always seem to have an animal story, and you like they can't believe this really happened. But that was a good one. I couldn't pass up on it.
Timothy Colomer, what was on the menu for the Colomer clan for Easter today?
Yeah, man, we woke up, we had a nice breakfast together. Just kind of chilled out at the house. My son is 12. He's learning, leaning into 13 here in a month or two, and he's a little bit older for the Easter egg hunt. But Nana sent him a basket. My wife put down some stuff together for us, and went off and saw a movie. And we're gonna have a nice Sunday dinner together and just enjoy each other's company.
Was it so? Ham is your family a ham family?
No, we're in Texas, dude. It's enchiladas. Enchiladas and margaritas tonight, brother.
There you go. Then we got to get you rolling so you can get there. Eichmann, what did the Eichmann clan have for Easter dinner?
It's a ham, potatoes, and cherry cheesecake.
Ooh, Mr. Pryor.
I was out back. We went to church and then out back. So
little steakhouse, nice.
Yeah, it was not bad.
Frank.
I'm so stuffed I can't even think. Like, we made a big ham like we always do, and there was yams and regular mashed potatoes and green beans, and that great pineapple coleslaw salad that we only get on Easter.
Yeah.
And then desserts that I'll be experiencing for days.
Did anyone get a Jello mold of any kind today?
No.
No Jello mold? Okay.
I got some moldy Jello in the back of my refrigerator.
Yeah, very good. Is it lime green?
It is now.
Yeah. We did the ribeyes to cut to order off the rib roast, and then hash browns, 2 different kinds of potatoes. Who likes collard greens? Yeah. I think I'm good, and I know that doesn't necessarily the guy from Wyoming doesn't necessarily. Yeah, I can cook a bale of hay. No, that's not what we do in Wyoming. We steal everyone else's food and we make it better is what we do. So I did collard greens with some blackened shrimp with some hocks in there. It was kind of nutty, but
nice.
That's what we did.
Well, my favorite thing is after Easter, I grab the bone from the ham.
Oh.
And I'm going to make ham and beans.
Okay. All right.
And with jalapenos and a little bit of hot
sauce. Sounds like he's got the hook
all day long.
There's a plan here. I like it. I do like it.
My wife won't even sleep in the same room that night.
Okay. Colomer. Now that we've rewrote all the things, what is the next big thing for Timothy Colomer and his mission, and what are you going to do to save the world?
Well, there's no pressure. Clearly, trying to save the world. I've switched through so many different styles and mediums. I really like experimenting and trying new things. This art project with the ducks is gonna keep me busy for a good long time because it's got so many different layers to it. Being an interactive thing, I've also written storylines now, and it's funny that you have the surfing dog because I'm a big surfer. I started surfing in 5th grade. I still go a couple times a year, and I'm having these 2 duck characters follow the path of the Endless Summer movie from the 60s. around the world and writing a storyline as they do it. So they just landed in Hawaii this past week. They're going to be going on their way to another island real soon. And there's a storyline that kids can follow, that adults can follow on social media. So I'm really leaning into some storytelling, and I want to keep it light, but maybe every once in a while we'll have some troubles that they have to face.
I love it, brother. I love it. I think you are just whittling away at the tiny tip of the iceberg of what and where this could go for you. And keep us posted. Let us know where you're going and how we can help and support. I wouldn't hate it if we did a little graphic where a duck floated across the bottom here and we represented Colomer and his mission and what he's getting done. So that's
that'd be awesome.
We'll have that conversation too.
Yeah, check out Duck and Compass Society. You can find it on all the social medias, and then if you just look up the Duck and Compass Society, you can get there through my website too.
We'll get that link up here. So, Scott Pryor,
Yes, sir.
opening up for all the big bands until the big bands are opening up for you. What's the vision for Scott Pryor and Warchild?
I mean, you nailed it. This year, it's just, going out there on our first tour, just connecting, man. We want to connect. We want to really connect with the audience, and we like to hang out with our fans and just people who come to the show after the show, connect with them and just have great conversations and just kind of grow the family, bring them into the family. And then, like you said, start opening for other bands, and then, and then again, headline. So we're excited to do that. So it's long-term vision, and we're putting in the hard work, and we will always we'll do that until we accomplish that mission.
It would be terrible if there was an event somewhere along the line that had A-list type musicians, and then in between the A-list type musicians, we would put veteran and first responder musicians. It would be crazy if there was an event like that. Might have to push off for another minute here. There might be a little road bump in the way, but we are not going anywhere. We're getting her done. That's why we've been hesitant to put a date out. I don't know who we are when I'm saying that, but if there was someone doing that kind of thing, they would give a date if they had a date, but the date might have gotten pushed in the last couple of days. So we'll keep keeping people knowing. That was we're going to keep people going. What an amazing evening. And I think we've only touched the tip of the iceberg. We got one more song from Mr. Pryor though. I looking at the list, you gave us 5, but we've also got Trigger
of the Sun.
Yeah.
Sunshine and Suffering. I would do Trigger of the Sun. Sunshine and Suffering is awesome. That's for more. Sunshine and Suffering is all about no matter what you're going through. Like for us, it was the death of our son. When you're going through just the pure suffering that you have to go through, there's no way around it, under it, over it. You have to go through it. Even in the midst of a horrible tragedy like that, there's still sunshine in places. And with our son, we want to make his life meaningful and change the world through helping people with mental health. Trigger of the Sun, so you guys can listen to that on your own. Sunshine and Suffering. So it's a song of hope, but also of resilience. Trigger of the Sun is directly for veterans. And if you guys want to watch the music videos too, our YouTube is probably Okay, so our YouTube is still Scott Pryor. So if you go to Scott Pryor YouTube, you can see a bunch of our music videos. Let's see. Yeah, Trigger of the Sun. It's been a long day.
Do we just need to bring Laura on and just have her do the interview?
So Laura, go ahead and Laura, go ahead and just take it for me. She wrangles my ADHD. She's the ADHD wrangler. But anyhow, so Trigger of the Sun is we wrote that for veterans and first responders, and if you watch the music video, you'll see a lot of that in the music video as well. But Trigger the Sun, it kind of speaks for itself. The lyrics and everything speak for itself, but it's all about, you know, veterans and first responders and those who are struggling with PTSD and that sort of stuff. So that's what the song's about.
All right. This is Scott Pryor and War Child with Trigger the Sun.
Thoughts and silent screams, dropping bombs on broken dreams, children crying bloody streams, violence tearing at the seams. Gonna stop the war, gonna break the pain, gonna make the justice pour out like rain, burn out the light, one shot, one kill, turn off the night. Be still. One last call for oblivion. I gave my all. Finger on the trigger of the sun. Whoa, whoa. Finger on the trigger of the sun. Society, searching for sobriety, try to tame anxiety. Government tiptoes quietly. Brothers, sisters have all died at the hands of suicide. Wounded veterans can't survive. Politicians only lie. Gonna stop the war. Gonna break the pain. Gonna make the justice pour out like rain. Burn out the light. One shot, one kill. Turn off the night. Peace be still. One last call for oblivion. I gave my all. Finger on the trigger of the sun. Whoa, whoa. Finger on the trigger of the sun. Nightmare in the daytime, nowhere to go. I gotta stay strong even though I'm broken. Nothing's all I got, but my hands are still open. Swimming in war, drowning in hate. I'm choking on hope, just make it go away. Uncle Sam's daughters and Uncle Sam's sons. Grateful we had it, now we have none. I left the war, but the war won't leave me. I left the war, but the war won't leave me alone. I left the war, but the war won't leave me. I left the war, but the war has left me alone.
That was powerful.
That is Scott Pryor, Trigger the Sun. Boom. Is there, do you think, because you play all aspects of music to your claim, is there any style you find harder or easier to play?
Well, you know, within the rock genre, you know, we do like kind of your heavier metal. We do alternative, grunge, but we also do, we also have some ballads. As a matter of fact, we do some industrial and some modern rock. So what I find difficult is honestly the ballads are a little more difficult, just because it's a little slower. And I took on, so in the 2 albums we've done 4 covers, and the theme was female rockers with, obviously I'm a man, male voice, right? And then we did Bad Romance, we did Heart Alone. Heart Alone hasn't been released yet. We did Pat Benatar, We Belong. And then I tackled Defying Gravity from Wicked. That was extremely difficult. So those tend to be, and one of my original ballads is a song called Say Goodbye. A lot of people really connect with it. A lot of deep emotional impact there, but the ballads can be a little trickier just because they're slower. Like rock, you can, I tend to, so the discussion in the studio last week was, you got the screaming down, because I'll scream bloody murder. And sometimes I'll even feel blood in my throat, but which obviously you don't want to do that on a regular basis on stage. You blow your throat. But the heavier rock and the faster, like Trigger of the Sun, that's actually a little easier for me than say like Defying Gravity. Defying Gravity was, extremely challenging, but your ballads, for me anyhow, are a bit harder.
The reason why I asked the question, and I don't know what the connection is in the life in the world, and I haven't asked I don't like to ask the question, who is your influence? And this is my reason why, and then you can respond how you want. My reason why is we have so many talented people that I don't think everything's got to be influenced by someone when it comes germane. And I think people are real quick to say, well, I listen to this, and this. And that's great. That's great. But I do hear such individualism, and I think that needs to be celebrated. That's why I don't ask the influence question. Now you can respond however you want.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've got tons of influences. So, I mean, Guns N' Roses, Metallica, Foo Fighters, Imagine Dragons, U2. Like, I was introduced to U2 when I was young, and like Joshua Tree and Octoon Baby, and I mean I love like your U2s, but man, ton of influences: Foo Fighters, Nirvana, Pearl Jam, but I'll listen to even some songs like I love Beastie Boys. I love old school, some newer school as well, but I have a very wide array of influences. Post Malone, even like Bon Jovi in your 80s metal. I mean, there's just many influences that I love and draw from. 30 Seconds Mars, Jared Leto. Jared Leto's voice is insane. But those are just a few. Even like Eminem and some rappers and that sort of stuff. So I mean, there's a very, very wide variety. Miley Cyrus, believe it or not, I was listening to. I was on the plane flying back from somewhere, and I came across her covers, and she was covering Metallica and all these different songs, Led Zeppelin and stuff, and I'm like, man, she is insanely good. So I never really listened to her much, but I'm a through and through music lover. Linkin Park, I cannot leave Linkin Park out. Chris Cornell, just so many bands. It's too much to list, but those are just a few. Counting Crows. So I love the melancholy mixed with metal, mixed with alternative, grunge, hard rock, the classics. I mean, I love a lot of music. So
the other reason for my question is in the world that we are working, and we go in and find musicians such as yourself, the majority of them are country musicians. And I try to, why the why? I've kind of orchestrated some. You can't do your stuff without a band. I mean,
right.
It'd be hard for you to sit out there and jam on your acoustic guitar and come up with this rock theme. It's hard. I don't actually know anyone that can really do it. I mean, there's some that I love an unplugged set. Don't get me wrong, folks. I love an unplugged set. I love the sound of the acoustic, but to be a driven, hard rock band, you have to have a band. That's why it's called a rock band. I do think some of our country artists, and this, I think they're kind of forced into that space because you can go out and be a country musician with just an acoustic by yourself.
Yeah.
And I that's my equation I came up with.
With rock, I'll tell you, it's I mean, it's a team, and these guys can rock. I mean, these guys are extremely hardworking and talented. I mean, they rock. They all went to AIM, which is a local school here, and Jan Smith, who's my producer, and Knight Driscoll, who runs AIM, had them kind of built a band for me because I had one album, and I think we were getting ready to drop the second one. And because we created the music in the studio, and then these guys all, like, we didn't have tablature or anything, and they just auditioned and did 6 of the songs, and they blew us off stage. Now the band is helping write, like on the third album, they're helping write and stuff like that. But yeah, it's very, very difficult. I was pulled up on stage in Croatia, I think it was last year. I was with the Tony Robbins group, and they knew I was an artist, so they pulled me on. They said, "Hey, can you come up and sing?" And I'm like, "Sure, how?" And so then they just had the DJ found some of my music, and I basically sang to myself. But that was interesting, not having the band and just being up there. So lone guy to hundreds of people singing some of my songs. But yeah, the band is imperative, and the metal and all that. It's highly technical. I mean, these guys are very, very skilled, and drumming metal versus drumming other music is quite challenging. So I'm very, very, very proud of my band. I'm very proud of my guys because they rock. They encourage me. We encourage each other, and honestly, we all get along. We're all brothers. We don't have we don't fight or anything like that. We stay tight. So God willing, it stays that way.
So to reinforce, this is a niche that is not necessarily being covered strongly in the veteran and the first responder world. I also know that's not necessarily the path that you're driving, and that's okay too. But we will celebrate that. We're going to get all your music onto WeP3 Radio, and let that be open for everyone to hear, be part of. We also have your Spotify link up, your YouTube link up, and making sure that everyone knows where to get out there to find Scott Pryor and War Child Band. Exciting stuff. There's I don't necessarily touch on all the pieces that I connect with during the show. There's some things that you said that I definitely want to talk to you about in like today. I mean, we'll get through there, but we are at that point. Again, we've been through all the steps. We've been out through all the pieces. These amazing gentlemen have come to us on Easter Sunday. Timothy's got a thought.
Yeah, man, I got to save ground, and it's something Scott, I'm sure, is going to agree with. And it kind of goes to the bottom line of your show is mental health. Being in a creative space, writing lyrics, practicing music, making paintings, drawing, whatever, is wildly positive for mental health. The benefits are amazing. It reduces cortisol levels. It helps with stress, cognitive skills, memory. And it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to step out and be an artist and put your work in front of people, but practicing being in a creative space on a regular basis, I would challenge any of your listeners to do it and get into it and really lean into it because the benefits are amazing.
100% agree. And we are going to slip into our final thoughts segment of our show. And Frank usually leads this off. Go ahead, brother.
Well, I was kind of leaning toward a different direction up until the last comment there. Now I'm going to go back and work on a different view. One of the reasons why being a creative person assists you in battling your demons is because being a creative person, you develop a purpose. You have a goal. You have things that you want to accomplish. And if we could find a way to spread that out amongst all of our brothers and sisters, all of the veterans that we know and all the veterans who are battling, we would have made a huge impact on the ones that unfortunately lose their battle, because you can't be a creative and dwell on something that's outside of the purpose that you develop for yourself. So just like we have musicians, we have artists, we have people who have companies, we have those who do self-help. Mine is writing books. And I find that writing those books gives me an outlet of the things that I keep bottled up inside myself. I just relay those in the pages of my book. And that's one of the reasons why I'm still here, honestly. But it's something that we all need to work on, and it's something that we need to help others realize is there's a bigger issue that you need to be taken care of, and that issue is yourself. So take the time, take care of yourself, and keep moving forward. God bless you all.
Thanks for all you do, Frank. Mr. Colomer.
Yes, sir.
Final thoughts, brother.
That was kind of my saved round. You don't really have to spend a lot of money. You could go. I honestly, all my practice canvases and everything come from dollar stores and Walmart. The cost of getting into art is as much as a pencil and a piece of paper, and you're either drawing pictures, you're writing lyrics, poetry, whatever you'd like. It's really, really easy entry, folks. So it's just the time commitment. Maybe a half hour, maybe 45 minutes a week. You'd be shocked at the profound effect that it could have on you, for real.
You're a blessing here, brother. Thank you for being on tonight. Miss Eichmann.
Well, I want to thank you guys for being here. This honestly has been, I haven't spoken much. I've been taking this all in and processing, but it's been very, it's kind of an inspiration, because I'm feeling this little undercurrent of like a similar spirit and a similar service aspect. Just the way that we are going about things is a little bit different, but the reasons why we're all in this room together is because we care and because we want to help others. I don't know. I just think it fits all together, and it's a very cool aspect to sit and listen to. Yeah, I think we'll probably have some contact in the future. So I want to thank you for coming in tonight and sharing. I mean, we got some cool reactions, and I've got some messages from, who are these guys? Where'd you find these guys? Haven't heard of this one. And so, and Scott, your music, like you said, every song is different. It really is. I mean, it was surprisingly different. I don't want to say, but very cool. Just in the way it came forward and the way it sounded, like in the chorus. I don't know. Thank you for that. A nice, little bit different aspect for the, like Peterson said, we hear a lot of country music. So, thank you so much for sharing, you guys. I am feeling a touch that we are probably going to be in touch with you soon. And I don't know. There's something out there. Also, I wanted to just comment on the fact that it is April, month of the military child. So please keep in mind those who get to live the life that didn't sign up for the life of belonging to a family where you just don't know. And then today, all of you, it's Gold Star Spouses Day. And this is dedicated to those spouses who gave their lives while serving in the U.S. military or as a result of those service-connected injuries or illnesses. So thank you, Gold Star Spouses. Yeah, we're here.
Thank you, Miss Eichmann.
Yes.
Mr. Pryor, final thoughts.
Sure. Final thoughts. A couple things. Number one, I want to thank you guys for having me on the show. I just really appreciate that. I appreciate what you guys do. I was doing some research before the show on you guys, and I know you guys are helping people and saving lives, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I know you volunteer your time And that's awesome. And that's what we all should be doing. Secondly, and it was great to meet everybody here. I want to stay in touch. Secondly, I want to talk to the person out there right now where you feel like you're all alone. You feel like nobody cares. You're in isolation. You feel depressed. You feel like there's not really a path forward. I want to tell you there is a path forward. I want to tell you you're not alone. I want to tell you that you are loved. We love you. Everybody on this call right now, I guarantee you, is sending you love and prayers and support. And it was already echoed earlier, but listen, you got to have a vision for your life. Where there is no vision, the people perish. Where there is no vision, the people perish. And you need a vision for your life. Have a dream. Have a dream. If you don't have a dream, you don't know where you're going. You don't know what you're doing. So there's a lot of aimlessness there. There's a lot of questions. So I would encourage you, just sit down and think, what do I want in life? What's a dream? Don't stop dreaming, and set your dream to be a massive dream that you have. So that's my last thoughts. I just want to talk to that person who's watching this or hearing this and they're just struggling. Keep the fight up and reach out to us. Reach out to the show. Reach out to us. And I want to hear from some of you. You guys go to my social media. Tell me what is your dream. I'd love to hear. If we're playing in your area, please come and see us and please share that dream with us. We want to connect with you. And that's just not something we say. We truly want to connect with you and we truly want to build this family. So God bless you and thank you, everybody.
Oh boy, what an absolute blessing. Thank our guests for being on tonight. Thank you. We know it's Easter. Here's the deal, folks. We are episode 299 and we've been here consistently every weekend, every Sunday for 299 weeks straight. The reality is we've been here longer than that because we weren't smart enough to know that we needed to track this stuff at the very beginning. And we built and we grew. Our vision was never to do a podcast, but thank God, literally, the intervention that happened in our lives because of the relationships we've built, because the network that we have created, and because of the lives that have been touched because of it. And it's the people that are listening to this podcast right now or watching the live stream right now and listening to the podcast when it gets cut that have created this opportunity for us. So thank you all for doing that. We appreciate you. For the last year, we have not, and Pat, the team on the back for this one, we have not ranked less than number 5 on Good Pods. And we're excited about that. And the reason why we're excited about that is because we get to touch more people. That's why they call me the Pause. And I know that's kind of weird, but I want to get my paws on you. And that's the truth. Not weird. Get my paws on you, but this is what we do. Thank you for the team. Thank you for our families. Thank you for coming on an Easter. That's a holiday. And we will continue to do what we're doing. We don't have nothing special planned for 300. I'm going to tell you that right now. The team came together and said, do you want to do something special? I'm like, that's work. And we've got so much stuff going on behind the scenes. And we maybe might have some events coming up in the near future. Maybe. And our team's not that big. And I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, you know what? We'll do another episode of We Got Your 6 at 6 next Sunday at 1800 Central Standard Time. It won't be special. It'll still be amazing. But it just we won't do the glitz and glah and blow and explosions and the
fireworks.
I mean, we could do that, but we could do that, but we could do. We will do those things still and again, and we'll also get the show started. I mean,
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops.
Yes.
God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine.
We'll do all this. We'll do all this. But we will be coming next week with Mighty Oaks, an amazing organization here in the country making a difference with retreats and getting vets out of their space to work on their space. We've got Jeremy Stallnecker coming to be part of that. And then we got Sean Martin of The Quarantine, another band that's out there killing it, making a difference, and getting it done. That's who's going to be here next Sunday. Tomorrow at 16:30. I always want to say 14:30. I don't know why, but at 16:30, the WeP3 team will be back here sharing with you what the People's Patriot Project. We got a board meeting coming up. Newsletter is out right now. We do have some events already booking for the summer. We're trying to get some stuff done, but again, thank you, guests, for being here. Both of you do a shout out to your family right now. Both of you. Scott, go first.
Love my family, beautiful wife Samantha, and my son Macaulay.
Yeah, I always have to thank my wife Laura and my boys Isaiah and Micah and Elijah. I know you're watching, and I also have to thank my band and my producers, my vocal coach, and all my law staff. Shout out to Scott Pryor Law. They work so hard so that it allows me to do music and all that. So thank you, everybody, greatly. God bless you and appreciate you.
Amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, go check your 6, and we will see you when the smoke clears. Patriot Pride.